February is Black History Month, and we continue bringing you stories of amazing achievements. Black women represent less than half of 1% of commercial pilots in the United States, but a group of women is helping change that statistic. 4 Black women who attended Western Michigan's College of Aviation are known as the Sisters of the Skies. Brent Ashcroft has the story.
On a clear day, the view from this office window is captivating.
I remember a 2-hour flight. The whole time it was a sunset.
When looking out, it seems like every color imaginable
It's surreal.
can be seen.
I know exactly how an airplane works, but it still amazes me every time.
But there's one color
I felt like I didn't belong, I didn't deserve to be there.
at this altitude that's rarely seen.
Why is it that there are not a lot of Black female pilots?
Monique Grayson is one of the few.
99.9% of the time when you get on an airplane, when you look in the front of the flight deck, what do you see? You don't see anybody that looks like me.
Flight school wasn't easy for her.
I definitely remember going through college being pretty alone.
However,
I knew that I was the oddball.
she persevered.
I see the individuals that are sitting in the flight deck, that means that that's for them. You know what I mean? If we assume that that's a truth, then we're not going to be able to progress forward past the assumption of truth.
Monique no longer felt out of place
I was really determined to become one.
when Alexis Brown joined the class.
I just thought, like, what an awesome job that would be.
She struggled too,
Just seemed so far out of reach.
but graduated and got her wings.
Had I listened to a lot of people along the way, I wouldn't be where I'm at.
Alexis and Monique cleared the runway for 2 more women of color to attend WMU. Brianna Jackson,
There wasn't really someone that I felt like I could go to kind of ask for help.
and Micah Clark.
In schools, when it was like, okay, what do you want to do when you grow up? Pilot was never a thought because I don't see it.
So what gives?
That is an excellent question.
Seeing all the color from the cockpit is common,
Representation matters.
but witnessing women of color in it
Why not me?
isn't.
I think part of it is because there may be a belief that there's a barrier to entry.
All 4 women are truly in rare air.
Hey, here I am. You can do it too.
Each one is a successful pilot of a commercial airliner,
I fly the 757.
letting the next generation see something so they believe they can be something.
A young African-American female came up to me and say, hey, you're the first African-American female pilot I've seen in my life. And she ended up getting my captain's number. She changed her career from being a truck driver to being a pilot.
These women will never get tired of this view.
I remember flying on this airplane as a passenger, and it kind of piqued my curiosity, and now I'm sitting up front flying it.
They defied society's limitations
Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do, what you dream of doing.
and beat the odds
They never lost sight of their goals.
to be here.
I'm just somebody standing on somebody else's shoulders to help somebody else stand on my shoulders so we can keep climbing,
2 miles northeast.
Maybe one day when looking at the colors from the cockpit,
The door is open, and I would encourage any young lady of color who wants to pursue aviation to take command and pursue it.
there won't be any
It's everything I imagined it could be.
missing.
If we will all change our perspective and see that everything that we see is not necessarily true and challenge things, then we would be able to progress forward.